And I never saw a man on the subway try to give himself a circumcision before in my life before that day.
It was
quite a feat.
It was, I couldn't believe it.
Guys,
you know.
guys.
That's D-Train stories.
Ooh. Guys, what a clusterfuck of a week it's been here in New York, man. Between the puppy freezing cold outside. There are puppies frozen to the sidewalk. It's like 4 degrees out.
And they are delicious. If you've ever been to Arby's, you know what I'm talking about.
There's birds flying into jet engines and pilots landing shit in the Hudson River, man. Nice going, by the way. Nice going.
That doesn't always happen in New York.
No, it really doesn't.
Although, you know, what usually happens is they give him a ticket instead of the key to the city. It's usually, the boat patrol pulls up and is like, you can't fucking put a plane right here.
There's a hydrant right there.
There's a hydrant right here. What are you doing? What? Instead, this week, he was giving keys to the city. And I salute you, sir, for getting out of that ticket. So what do we got looking at these books?
Oh, man. I don't know how many people noticed it amidst the bullshit publicity stunt that Marvel pulled this week, but we'll get to that later. But Batman's dead, guys. Anybody notice?
Is he?
Yeah.
I mean, at this point now, how many times have they said the fucking guy was going to be dead?
Final Crisis 6 came out this week. Got 2 covers.
Wow, what a fucking mess this is.
Oh, man.
Who wants to start?
I got one thing to say. And say what you want about Marvel and the way they can't seem to end a story coherently, but all you had to do was read Secret Invasion 1 through 8. You could have read World War Hulk 1 through 5. You could have even read House of M, however many numbers there were, and you would have understood what was going on. You may not have liked it, and the ending might have been stupid, but Final Crisis, I have no idea what's going on.
You know what?
If you're not reading all of the other tie-ins, like, fucking The Death of the New Gods that seemed to start this whole bullshit, Superman in 3D, which was terrible, and Legion of 3 Worlds. Yeah. You have no... Why are there tigers running around?
There's like 6 storylines going on at the same time, and they have no connection whatsoever.
Yeah. I'm lost. I'm totally lost. Superman shows up out of nowhere, goes batshit crazy, and starts heat visioning everything.
And it opens up with Superman in the future with
Brainiac 5.
From like Legion of 3 Worlds, but at the same time, Superman Beyond is happening at some point throughout this whole fucking story. I mean, this is just a total fucking mess, man.
Mary Marvel's still fighting Supergirl. Somebody get this bitch some Rogaine, please.
I'm really having some fucking trouble with this, man. I can't even recommend this to anybody. I would actually put this up there with, what's it called? Spider-Man One More Day, or the
Clone Saga.
The Clone Saga. I would put this up there with the fucking Clone Saga.
It's incoherent. It's ridiculous.
For sheer suck, Final Crisis is
Steve brought up a really good point.
Let's hear it, Steve.
What did I say?
What I do, I swear to God, I never.
I'm not sure how many of you guys know or received an email this week about Comic-Con coming in about 2-3 weeks, I think it is, February something, the beginning of February. But apparently now for all of these special guest appearances, you have to buy tickets. You can't just get there early. Yeah. It's like $20 a fucking ticket or some shit. Grant Morrison and Jim Lee sold out almost immediately.
So I think Grant Morrison bought his tickets out so that no one would...
Because otherwise, those people would come there. He'd have a line of fucking Guidos with fucking brass knuckles being like, I paid $4 an issue for this, you cocksucker! And he'd never make it out of New York alive. $20?
Like, oh,
$20, man.
Does a blowjob come with that?
No, you wish.
Slice of pizza? Nothing?
Doubtful.
Comic-Con, you fucking up. This is a great opportunity, especially where Javits Center is located. You could have kept the girls in line.
And let's not forget... Nothing about girls being in line or anything like that, or midgets running through parks or anything.
You never know how long you live that story down now, are you?
Never.
Packs of midgets in Inwood Hill
Tune
Park.
into the credits for that outtake. So Batman all of a sudden decides that he's going to shoot a gun at Darkseid. Don't ask where the whole magic bullet thing that he pulled out of Orion, put the shit back together. Don't even ask about that.
It was really bad characterization.
Very bad.
Like, really bad.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he's like, I never use guns, and this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing, I'm making an exception for you.
And Talkie Tawny, like, which is... the tiger killing fucking... this was just bad.
He's like, my name is Talkie, but they call me Tawny? What was that? Like, what does that mean?
I don't know.
Don't try to understand it, your brain.
What does that even mean? Yeah, Grant Morrison, and DC's editorial in general just completely clusterfuck this book. I don't even give a fuck how this ends at this point. And I don't recommend anybody buy it.
Don't you want to see it, how bad it could possibly end?
You know what? I'm going to tell you something. I'm not going to pick the issue up. I know one of us is going to get it. I'll wait for you to tell me. I might even download it. I don't
Basically, what Adam's saying is, I'm going to wait for one of these assholes to waste their money.
Yeah, and I recommend you do the same. Considering it's $4 for every fucking one of these things, go buy yourself a slice of pizza and a soda. reading comic books for a very long time. It's one of my favourite pastimes. Back when I was coming over on a boat from the old country, it's what sustained me in the dark times, when all I had was raw potatoes and a few Englishmen to devour. Let me tell you something about Final Crisis. I wouldn't wipe my ass with it. It's the worst fucking crossover book I've read in 37 years. I don't know what you're doing over there, but this is what happens when you let them Italians run on a comic book company. Don Didio, you can eat me shit! It's not even worth it, man. The artwork isn't worth it. Like, it's just bad, dude. And this is your flagship fucking crossover, man.
You said it last week, actually, that none of the titles are even reflecting this.
Yeah, nothing.
It's like that DC doesn't even want it happening.
They gave up.
Yeah, it's like, it's a great way to put it. It really is like DC just completely gave up on it. They were like, it was a really good idea, but, you know, I've got the attention span of a 6-year-old, so we're just going to let this go.
Tell you what was good. Nightwing come out this week. Faces of Evil crossover. If you can call it a crossover, it's just kind of a. It's all the books are just featuring the villains this month, I guess, and that's fine.
You're gonna note, by the way, when we get into this, that there's a trend. The best books that we pick out from DC this week were both written by Pete Tomasi, another New York native. I believe he's from Washington Heights.
This is a one-shot deal with Nightwing basically taking on Ra's al Ghul. It's really just a lament over the death of Batman.
But he whips out, like...
Absolutely.
For everybody out there, I myself have said that I felt that they've made Nightwing like a really bad version of Daredevil from DC Comics. This just shows that he has vast fucking potential as a character, and if they do end up making him Batman, he's going to do a good job. Right. You know, if they write him this way.
I think you should definitely pick up this issue. It shows a lot of character for Ra's al Ghul, too.
Yeah.
And he's pretty upset that Batman's dead.
Yeah, and that he didn't kill him.
Yeah. I like that.
I wish he'd be alive again so I could kill him.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Sounds like my
Because
father.
that's the kind of death he deserved. To be killed by me, basically. Here's another one to come out. Faces of Evil, Prometheus one-shot. Now, you could skip this unless you're like me and you're a big fan of Prometheus as a character. You remember this guy from back in the early days of JLA, from like issue 17 or 18 when he first appeared, and he was a badass motherfucker, took down the entire JLA, beat Batman in hand-to-hand combat single-handedly, and somewhere along the line he got bitched and turned into basically Stephen Hawking, thanks to Batman tinkering with his little magic helmet there.
Yeah, again, my main problem with this is that the guy's got 2 glowing dildos strapped to the side of his fucking head. Like, whoever did the character design,
don't knock a man's hustle.
I'd be scared of that.
It's true. If you're going to instill fear in the hearts of superheroes, what better way than 2 giant glowing penises on the side of your skull? It's a good point. If I saw that, I'd fucking shit myself and leap out a window.
If you've been wondering, if you read that issue of JLA where Batman tinkered with Prometheus's helmet, which downloads CDs basically into his head, so he had these like fighting skills.
The man's a human iPod.
He's basically a human iPod. Fine. All right, I'll go with that. And all of a sudden, there's this other Prometheus running around, and well, gee, I remember him, and he was a vegetable only like a couple of years ago. This answers all of those questions. So if you're a fan of Prometheus, pick this up. If not, don't worry about it.
Well, it does frame him as why he's coming back and that he's going to be a badass villain for the coming year.
Yeah.
And he was. I did actually read those JLA issues. Prometheus was a dope villain. If they do this well, which I kind of doubt, given it's DC,
no, absolutely,
it could win.
New Krypton finally concluded. Number 10, part 10, I should say, Action Comics, featuring Lex Luthor in Faces of Evil this time.
Lex Luthor's calling?
Grandma?
Hello, you're live on the Pete's Basement Show. Hey, Christina, how are you? Not much, not much. Just reviewing this week's stash. What's going on?
Very cool. I bought you a surprise. I just had to tell you.
Okay.
I bought you butter pecan ice cream.
You bought me butter pecan ice cream? That's awesome.
I did. I'm going to eat it later. I have a joke for you.
Okay, go ahead.
What about you on a week you ran?
What?
Denim.
Roger's crying.